I'm Florida attorney Matt Weidner with a continuation of what I call the TikTok Susie series. You know, TikTok Susie's out there trying to convince everybody you got to get yourself a revocable trust or a revocable trust, potato, potato. But the bottom line is this: estate planning documents in particular are super complex, and all the simplicity that TikTok Susie and these other advisors are out there pitching are what's going to get you and your family and mom and dad in probate court spending lots and lots of money and subjecting yourself to nightmare litigation that you can't even begin to contemplate right now, and that TikTok Susie has no idea what she's talking about or the trouble that she's getting you into. But the bottom line is this: even though this document looks great and it's got all the fancy paper and it's notarized and they have these fancy packages, and I really love the online versions of them, you need to be cold about what the facts are. Estimates are super hard, but something like 60% or more of these trusts could wind up in litigation because there's so much about them that people don't even understand. I practiced law for 26 years, and it's part of this myth-busting thing that I'm doing, or demystifying. I want people to understand some really important things. Florida Statute 736.0403, and I want you to read every single word of this at floridarules.net. It requires that revocable trust be signed by the settlor and either notarized or witnessed by two individuals, but that's just the beginning of it. The real problem is 736.0403 says about trust validity when the document conflicts with the mandatory rules. There are provisions that you simply cannot override, and TikTok Susie isn't going to get into this. Now, the other issue is that TikTok Susie doesn't usually get into the bottom line of how you fund this thing, and funding is a critical step. You can't just go online, print up this document, throw in then forms, and think everything's good. Oftentimes, the detail of actually transferring property into the trust are where this really gets bad. One of the critical things that any good attorney does when they're doing estate planning is to test the capacity, the understanding of the person that's actually doing it. And that's a real source of litigation that's going to come up in force in years to come. You know, mom or dad was not really clear about what they were doing. And they don't understand the value of their estate. They don't understand the tax consequences of it. They just went online, pulled up this form, and named a kid a beneficiary, or named all of them a beneficiary, without understanding the implications. Another one I love is when they use TikTok Susie, or they pull out one of those forms and they're leaving everything to kids, not understanding that there are very real provisions for spouses, elective share, homestead, and things like that. But Florida statute's another interesting one. 689.075 is a type of land trust. And these are complexities that people get into. I've seen this as well, where they don't even understand exactly what this means. The conflict between land trusts and revocable trusts and deeds and homestead, complex laws and rules that even if you're dealing with a Florida-specific form, you're not understanding exactly what it means, and the consequences for trying to avoid like homestead rights or minor rights because you got adult kids that are over here pulling on your ear drafting this document is a critical part. Florida rule, probate rule 5.040, and you can again pick that up under Florida probate rules. It governs these notice requirements with trust administration and probate proceedings. One of the key things that people are not accurately informed about is the idea that all you got to do is do a trust and you can avoid probate entirely. That's not true in so many ways and for so many reasons, particularly dealing with homestead, particularly dealing with spouses and their elective share and what they're entitled to cast. So the question to you really is this: TikTok Susie's telling you, do this trust online. It's going to be fine. It'll save you a couple dollars. But the reality is, again, even if it's a Florida-specific TikTok Susie, she's not understanding, not even remotely qualified to understand the interplay between Florida statute, the entire section 736, and these other ones on 689, land trust and properties into deeds that place properties into land trust, and all the Florida probate rules. So Florida probate rules and floridarules.net have all of the rules right there to read. But even then, that should only scare you. You shouldn't try to read those rules and do your estate planning based on what those rules mean, because the reality is how those rules interplay with actual reality is a whole different story. So if mom or dad has this trust, they did it online, they're still alive, they got their capacity, they got enough time to get it in front of a real attorney. I'd really be interested to know whether, among the donor class, mom, dad, and beneficiaries over here, I'd love to hear some horror stories about how you caught that revocable trust that TikTok Susie advised you on. You put it in the hands of a real attorney, and it turns out you were able to fix it before mom or dad dies. It becomes irrevocable, and the real problems begin.